it's Anna and this is Atlas 101. In this lesson, we are going to look into data actions in Atlas. So you are in Atlas interface, and here on the right side panel, you have both data actions and layer. In the last episodes, we have been looking into layer, and now we're going to look into data actions. So here you have vector operations, raster operations, and tools and workflows. These all contain ways to manage data, but to also analyze it. Tools and workflows is a bit more on analysis, and vector and raster operations also contain ways to manage your data, such as duplicating, merging layers, using spatial joins, and so on. A small disclaimer to this part in general, in GIS and in Atlas, these kind of data actions are a bit more advanced usually. So if you are a beginner, like I expect many of you to be in this course, you might not be looking so much into the data actions panel. More important things for you might be the data table, styling, using the builder that we are getting into later in this course. But let's have a look so that also when you become more pro in GIS, you know where the things are in Atlas. So we can, for example, have a look into vector operations. And here, for example, buffer analysis is a bit more easy to use and important for many types of use cases. So let's try that one. Let's start by getting in some data. We're not going to upload anything though. We are utilizing OpenStreetMap. So I have zoomed into England here now, and let's take some rivers. So let's go into the data query box and let's search for water wave, because all kinds of water starts with water wave term in OpenStreetMap. So here we have waterway river. Let's query that. Now we have rivers in this area. So if we zoom out, we see that there are no rivers outside the area we chose. So first of all, we can maybe style this one a bit. So we can make it a bit thicker, because right now it goes just in the center of the actual river. So we might want to make it a bit thicker to show. These are of course different sized rivers, but to show a bit more detailed. Of course, it also depends on your zooming level, how much you can see. Let's keep it like this, and then we can maybe change it into blue, like that. Then we go to the data actions, and we choose vector operations because lines are vector data. And here we choose buffer analysis. Then you can either select features in the map, or now we can switch the data sets so that we can choose this waterway river layer. Then you can use, for example, when you do a buffer analysis for rivers, that could be used to look into some flood risk areas. So these are pretty big rivers. We can use, for example, a 500 meters flood risk area. It's quite a big area, as you can see. This is sort of a preview of the analysis you're going to run. And now that we have tried it out, we can actually run it. What would maybe make sense is to have the river on top of the buffer so that we can see what is there in the center of it. And here you can see all the areas that come around these spots where you have the flood risk. Then you can also style the buffer if you like, with the same styling options as usually for vector data. But yeah, that was our little preview of vector operations. Raster operations exist here. I will go more deeper into those and other analysis and operations in separate lessons after this course. But then we can also look into the tools and workflows a bit. So here you have different types of tools for example, renewable energy. But one of the more simple ones is travel time analysis. So we can use that. First, we have to have some data though. So let's, for example, create a point so that we can analyze how long would it take to get into this point. Let's zoom in here. Let's then choose drawings and point, create a point, for example, there, hit enter, and it creates a new layer for the point. Then we can either choose to select a feature in the map, like we could now go and select this feature, it's the point, or you can switch the data set so that you find the layer. Then you can choose the travel time. We can, for example, take 10 minutes, and then you can choose transportation method. We can take walking. Let's run the operation. Oh wow, we were zoomed in. So all the way from this area, you have 10 minutes to walk into this point, or the other way around from this point, you can walk all the way here in 10 minutes. So this is all for data actions for now. Stay tuned for all the coming lessons that are a bit more detailed or very much more detailed into certain actions. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson of Atlas 101.